What's up, guys? Phil Gertis here. Another Dominate Your Life Season 4 live, no editing, 100% live recording here. Hey, we're going to start off same way we start every single time. We want to give thanks for another incredible day. It's probably around 5:30 p.m. right now. I'm not even really sure. And you made it. You made it to whatever time it is, wherever you are, in whatever time zone, whatever country, whatever city, state, whatever, wherever you are, you made it. So congratulations, and let's give thanks to the one and only for the opportunity to push through another day. Hey, today we're going to talk about something. The topic is some people give it their all, and some people give all their excuses. Now, I didn't come up with this topic myself. I had a little help because this morning I woke up to a text message from a young lady. She knows who she is, and she asked for a little bit of inspiration. And I told her that the way she would get inspired is by essentially becoming the teacher for a moment. The way she would become inspired is by giving me an idea for today's DYL video. And you might be wondering, hey, what's behind me? Obviously, this isn't my house, right? I am in, I'm on the eastern shore of Maryland, and I'm about to go to a rehearsal dinner for a wedding that's happening tomorrow for some good friends of mine and my wife. And I wanted to make sure I got on here live today before we had to step out and get going. So here's the deal. I'm surrounded by tons of land, a beautiful river, and I'm thinking to myself about giving my all. And I'm thinking to myself about other people that give their all. And ironically, this young lady's one of those people that absolutely positively give their all. But something happens. Something happens when you give your all. Something happens during that time where you're pushing and you're pushing and you're pushing, and maybe because you have this idea that you know if this idea comes to fruition, everything you've ever dreamed of, bam, it will be right there. Or maybe it's your family. Maybe you're pouring your heart, your soul, everything you've got into your family. Maybe every bit of who you are is getting drained, boom, right into who and what your family is and will become. Maybe it's the church. Maybe it's your job. Maybe it's your friends. Maybe it's something, I don't know what it is, but you give your absolute all. But my question to you is, see, this isn't about motivating you to give your all. My question to you is, what do you do when you've given your all? Or at least, what do you do when you feel like you've given your all? Well, let's back up a minute because I want to chime in on something here. You ever give so much of yourself for some reason, and then that thing that you thought was the reason you were giving it your all doesn't come to pass? I was listening to something today on my drive over, and it was really about just appreciating, now hear me on this, appreciating God's timing. Appreciating the fact that you might have a plan, but when He overrules your plan, there's nothing you can do, right? It's like an attorney in a courtroom when somebody says, I object, and the judge says, overruled, right? There's nothing you can do to that. Your objection has been overruled. See, sometimes we just have to understand, and we're going to get back in a minute, but understand that sometimes we just have to understand that our plans have been overruled. But the beauty to our plans being overruled is simple. It's that God's plan is always better. Whether we know it at the moment, whether we understand it later or now, it doesn't matter, but the plan is always better for us. So have faith in that. Trust in that. Trust in that plan. So let's get back to it. So again, what I was saying was, what do we do when we give our absolute all? I know a lot of entrepreneurs. I know a lot of business owners. I know a lot of high-level executives. I know a lot of incredible parents. And I know, just as I have felt in the past, that we all come to a point where we feel like we've given every drop of every bit of everything that we possibly can. And the question then becomes, what do we do when we feel like not only have we given our all, but there's nothing else to give? Well, here's your answer. Without coming into 26 steps of how to get past that point, here's your simplest answer. Give back to yourself. You see, just like a battery, we as people need to recharge. We can't keep pouring and pouring and pouring and pouring and pouring into other people, into other things. Even if it's in our plan, we simply are not capable of pouring. Eventually, we're going to run out. So you need a recharge. That recharge may be your favorite book. That recharge may be, hey, just go watch some cartoons, right? That recharge may be locking your doors, telling your spouse, you handle the kids. I'm taking 24 hours where I'm just going to sit in my room and I'm going to binge eat and I'm going to do whatever I want. Maybe you're going to, I don't know, maybe you're going to go get a massage. Maybe you're going to go to a spa. Maybe you're going to go out with your friends, whatever it is. But folks, here's the key. At some point, we all need a recharge if we're giving our all. Those are the people that are giving their all. But understand, there's another side of the coin. There's these folks that want or wish or hope or even dream, but instead of giving their all, they give all their excuses. And to those people, what I have to say is this. And the young lady that texted me, she actually mentioned this. It's not about where you're from. It's not about things that are happening around you all the time. Now, some people say that and then they leave you to say, oh, well, I guess I'll have to figure this out. Listen, I'm not saying that the fact that you just lost your job isn't important. I'm just saying that if you focus your strengths on, listen to me now, if you focus your strengths on your strengths, maybe there's a reason you lost your job. I'm just saying if you stop looking at the negative and focus on the positive. Now somebody's saying, well, Phil, I don't have a bunch of positive. Yes, you do. Watch, I'm going to show you one right now. Ready? A Buddhist monk showed me this. It was the art of meditation. You ready? He said, focus on your breath. He said, focus on your breath. So you might say, well, Phil, everything around me isn't what I want. You might say everything around me is tough, it's hard, it's struggle, it's pain, it's not what I thought it'd be. Phil, I thought I'd be further. Phil, I thought I'd have more. Phil, I thought that person wouldn't leave me. Or you can say thank you. You can say thank you for another breath. You can say to God, thank you for the time I had with that person. You can say, God, I appreciate the fact that I wouldn't leave the job on my own, so you had to create a situation where they would get rid of me so that I can move on to something better because, God, I was too stubborn to listen to your plan. You see, this is all about dominating our lives. This isn't about finding balance. This isn't about finding comfort. This is about being the best us ever. And that doesn't come with comparison. You see, you weren't made to be compared to another. You were made to live in greatness and abundance. And that only happens when you recognize that that is already inside of you and it takes pouring out. So for the folks that are giving their all, keep it up. But don't forget to recharge your battery. You deserve it. And you don't deserve it when someone else says you deserve it. Listen to me now. If you feel like you deserve it every minute of every day, then so be it. Recharge, recharge, recharge. And you don't deserve it when you get a promotion. No. You deserve it when you know you deserve it. And for the folks that are out there and they're giving every excuse why the success they want won't happen, why their kids just don't seem to listen, why their job, the promotion, and everything else isn't what they want it to be. Listen to me now. Hear what I'm saying. You'll never get what you want until you stop talking about what you don't have. You see, you can speak the same words in a different way, and it takes it from a place of negativity and holding you back, and it puts it in a place of abundance and propelling you forward. You see, you can be that person that instead of saying, man, I hate this job, oh man, I hate this, you can be that person that says, my goodness, ooh, another day on the job, holding me down until the great one sends me to a better place, because I know there's something waiting for me. Let me tell you guys a quick story real quick. We're going to wrap up. My wife and I put an offer on a house about a year ago. We put an offer on a house. We thought this was it. This was our dream house. We said, this is it. We put in an offer $10,000 under asking. Guess what? They didn't accept our offer. Someone offered on the same exact day after having no offers. Someone came in the same day as us and offered full asking. They didn't come back to us and say, hey, would you like to offer more? No, they didn't say, let's start a bidding war. They just said, decline this person's offer and take the full ask offer. Now, we were admittedly upset. We were admittedly frustrated. We were initially admittedly upset and frustrated. But then we made a decision, and we didn't make this decision inside our minds, and we didn't make this decision inside our hearts. We made this decision inside our minds, inside our hearts, and ultimately out loud. We made a decision, and that decision was, put it in God's hand. He knows what he's doing. 1 month later, we bid in auction on a house, and guys, we win the auction. Now here's the crazy part about it. The house we bid in auction was over $150,000 cheaper than the house we put our bid on 1 month before. And here's the crazier part. It was 2 doors down. It was 2 doors down. Folks, God has a plan. You have to have faith. Even in times of struggle, even in times of pain, even in times of doubt, you have to find your way back to faith. I love you. God bless you. I'm Phil Gertis. This is another series, another episode of Dominate Your Life live via Facebook. There's no editing. You get all of me right now. Can't fix, change anything. It's all yours. Hey, I got to get to this rehearsal dinner. My wife is already there. Y'all going to get me in some trouble. I love you. Have a great night. God bless.